that one. Hello, please begin in a zipper pose, which is a butterfly with your toes together. You don't have to weave your toes. I was a little out of focus there and didn't say the right word. But butterfly with feet together, knees apart, possibly elevated hips. Your choice here about distance. Because we don't want to create strain. We're trying to sense the back of the body in this position, a gentle awakening of the energy that flows across your seat and your lower back. Butterfly, a yin yoga shape, forward fold, soft. Settle your hands, your eyes. The option of weaving your toes together or just ignore that. You don't have to do it, but if you like it, you can add that because there are lots of energy lines in your feet and your toes and your fingers and hands. No harming. 10 soft breaths. Cultivating the ocean. A very gentle ocean, a peaceful one. Waves of inhale flow into waves of exhale. Exhales into inhales. Sensing your spine as a conduit of energy, checking in with your neck, make sure it's long and centered. Perhaps continuing to explore the space between the eyebrows with today's practice as a gazing option, as a meditative focus option. Right next to down and centered, so they're close to each other. They can happen at the same time. Yoga is the settling of the mind into stillness. A slow release. Come to a place to pause and feel. It'd be nice to stretch out the legs. You can do the easy lean back with the hands spinning backwards, the fingers back instead of forward. Come back and lift your chest. Some ankle movements. Downward gaze, hard lift. So you can do our seated back bend here. Add a little energy to that chest lift. Long neck. Downward gaze. Be still. And release. Sitting up. Bring yourself back on your mat with your heels. Side bending over to the left side. So palm facing out on the top hand. A turn of your head towards the ceiling. Legs can be relaxed. That right hip a little heavy. One more breath. Inhale, drag your left hand to come up slowly, sitting tall, axial extension, tall and centered. Breathing in. Other side, slide out, palm out, side bend. Left hip a little heavy. Turn your neck, gaze up, shoulders down. Meet your body where it is, just like I suggested in my message of meeting the weather as it is, rainy and blooming, making peace with what is. A nice long exhale. One of the ways of settling the mind, long exhales. Drag your right hand a little bit as you sit up. Find axial extension, tall spine. Breathe out. Tuck in your legs. Do so mindfully. Causing no harm to your joints. Gradually letting this become more useful with practice. Twist. Inhale, reach up. Slow breath, exhale to the right. Turn, come down with your arms. Develop your rotation so it feels good in your body. The exhales are still grounding. If you're doing a little toning in your low belly, just keep it light and low. It is below the twist. One more time, breathe out. Inhale, center reach. Exhale your own breath, move with the breath. That is what vinyasa means. The breath is the bridge between the mind and the body. Rest your awareness there. One more time, breathe out. Slow inhale, center reach. Come down the center line with your hands. You may brush the third eye and the heart center landing. Elbows up, hands come away, Pranamasana. Not harming your hands or wrists, so you can change the angle to support where you feel good. Ground into your legs, sitting tall, breathe in, press your hands. Bring in your hands and arms, gather them into your body center, and then bring your chin down. Lightly lifting your heart towards your chin with your thumbs. One more time. Release, catch your knees. Beginning our official asana practice now. Seated cat-cow. Not cacao, but cat and cow. So cat is the round spine. Tuck under your tail, let your low back round back a little bit. Mid back rounding, chin down. And then bring your heart forward, sit up tall, your low back comes in, lift your chin. Twice more. Curl. And extend. Just the right amount in your body. And release. Let's explore that same shape on the hands and knees now with more freedom in the pelvis coming off the seat. You can do stumps or hands ahead of the shoulders. Spread your hands. Let them find a comfortable turn out so your shoulders still open. Tops of the feet ground. A little lift in the low belly. Okay, prepared? Cat spine first. Start with your tail, tuck it underneath, and let your whole back flex till your chin comes down, looking back. Start with your tail, a little lift there. Feel that extension travel through. Gaze towards the navel, breathing out, press your hands, curl. Breathing in, nose gaze forward. Last one. Bring those elements together. Balasana, go back. You may change your knees. Walk to the right with both arms, side reaching child's pose to your own degree. Find a nice amount of side stretch and come down. The hips can be high or low. If this pose makes you feel like you can't breathe that well, focus on the backs and sides. Widen your knees so your belly feels like it has more space. We're trying to build trust and positive connection, wellness, peace. Come to the other side. Always a little slowly with side movements. Come on down on this side. Breathe 5 times. The breath is amazing. It finds a way. You can breathe up into your collarbones, down low into your belly and your pelvis. 360. One more 360 breath. Slowly come back to center. Cow spine come up. Tuck toes, bear pose. Lift your knees 2 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to use the whole body calmly. And 5. Downward facing dog as a resting pose. Push your hands into the ground. Step in your feet. Arms strong and straight. Refine the hands. Let them feel open, well positioned. Easeful. Head down between your arms. Forward fold plus inversion, downward facing dog. Breathe out. Coming forward, step your right leg first if possible. Breathe out, fold forward. Stand up. Starts with the feet, right? Press the feet. Strong legs, you may bend your knees to support the health of your back and bring your arms down when you breathe out next time. Arrive. Mountain pose, axial extension of the spine, centered and long. Neutral. Lightly gather your hands into your sides to ground them. One more time, Tadasana. Bringing your right leg in front of your left. Your foot crossing over or just coming closest by. New stance, mountain. Shoulders down, still mountain. And then taking it off to the side with the wrist catch, side bend. Turn your head to look downward. One more breath. Customize for your body the right amount. Inhale, straight, come up slowly. Exhale, bring down your arms, changing sides. Free breath. Find the mountain with the cross feet and then bring up your arms. Catch your wrist lightly and side stretch to the other side. Taking 5 breaths to develop each shape. For the nervous system to settle, to find the right amount of range of motion, exploration. And then the last breath is to feel complete, grateful impermanence. Coming out. And bring down your arms, uncross. Wide stance, turn out feet comfortably. Right arm across your body, palm back, shoulder stretch. The other arm comes underneath and hooks. It can be above or past the elbow. Shoulder stretch and a little twist. So let your head turn and follow that movement. Coming back to center, release. So in the releasing, we can notice, make sure we haven't overdone anything. Should be a positive sense of openness and effort. One more time, customize this crossbody shoulder stretch, little rotation happens. And let it be, let it go. Reaching up, stepping your feet under your hips. Exhale, forward fold. Sun gratitude movements. Halfway lift, axial extension, top of the head, reaching. Going back, right leg first, Baladhasana. Establish. Knees down, untuck your toes, ease to upward dog on your knees. And then from your knees back to puppy. Stretching the soles of the feet, elbows up, head down. Long spine. So for various reasons, you can choose this instead of downward dog with the legs straight. They both have their own value though, so stay with puppy for this round. Like child's pose, determined breathing. Waking up the space between the ribs and the back of the body and the sides. Cow spine, pull to tabletop, heart forward, release your feet. Adho Mukha, downward face, step in, head down. Two open hands, press the heels of your hands. Downward dog is a belly chakra pose. Find the uplift there, the awareness there. Exhale one more time. Come forward with your left foot first, if possible. Try to mix those up. Fold forward, breathe out. Stand up, breathe in. Release, breathing out, standing tall, Tadasana. Classical. Cross thumbs, fingers wide, inhale up and into a back bend. Breathe out. Just pelvis forward, downward gaze. Ease to a forward fold slowly. Breathe out. Right leg back to Anjaneyasana. Take a moment, breathe freely to bring your back knee down. Front knee towards the toes. The low crescent lunge. Hands could come up above the knee or to the side. Working low feels kind of good today, so be where you feel good. Stay. When we start to spread the legs apart like this in lunges, it can be nice to start gathering Mula Bandha energy, that drawing in of the pelvic floor muscles, in and up. Subtle core supporting subtle movements inside of our pelvis and spine. Breathe out one more time. Bring that front leg back, knees, chest, and chin pose. Wide hands, elbows in, lower. Cobra or upward facing dog. Downward dog, one breath. Anjaneyasana, second side. The easiest to come from your knees to bring the foot forward on the other side and let it travel out towards your toes. You can stay with the hands low or where they were on the other side if you brought them up. Stability, groundedness. And spinal extension. Breathe out one more time. Coming to standing forward fold. Exhale once you're there. Stand up, breathe in, cross your thumbs. Breathe out, pelvis forward, go back a little bit. It's okay. Don't go too far. And then bring your pelvis back under and bring down your arms. One more, Surya Namaskara feet, adding the warriors and Utkatasana. Bend your knees, sit down into your invisible seat, nice and low. Bring up your arms, forward is fine. Well named, fierce pose. 3, 4, reaching the arms, extending the spine and squatting all at the same time. One more breath. Exhale, straighten your legs, forward fold. 5 breaths. Let it be fine wherever your hands reach. It does not matter, it just matters how it feels. Halfway lift, one breath, extend, axial, long spine. Going back, plank pose. Upward facing dog, you can dip down, elbows in and flip your feet, press the arms straight again, up dog. Downward dog, flip your feet, walk in, gaze back, 5 breaths. Virabhadrasana, find your uplift in your low belly, then step your right leg forward, angle your back heel, stand up with your knee over your ankle. Bring up your arms, shoulders down, warrior A. Lifting the plane of the face, this one is an extension, a back bend. Release back to plank or chaturanga. Elbows hugging in. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Go through the knees in those transitions if you like. Other side, warrior A, step forward. Rise into the shape. Over time, you learn the position, you can make the refinements. And then find your 5 breaths. Plane of the face lifts, downward gaze. Gathering energy. Breathe in one more time. What can be softened? Breathe out, flow through to downward dog. Five, 4. Firm your thighs, press them back. Soften, one more breath, open hands and feet. Come forward. Halfway lift, inhaling. Exhale, fold in. Bend your knees, reach your arms. Inhale. Exhale, back to mountain pose. Present with this energy. This is your life. Nice to pause and notice it. Grounded. Continuing with our side facing standing practice, coming to the right side of your mat. Step into the center and then step your feet wide, turning out your left leg to the front for triangle pose. Triangle is a belly center pose. Lean over to the side from the belly center. Reach out your arms and turn your head upward. You can ground your bottom hand or try the floating. It also is a heart center pose. All the chakras along that center channel. But usually there's one or two that are the main ones associated. Belly center aware, come up and change sides. Turn your other leg back. Lean out to the side, come over and down, reach up and down, gaze up. Breathe deeply one more time. Inhale, rise. Warrior B. Keep your arms reaching. Turn your legs back to the first side. Add the knee bend. Space out your feet a bit more. Settle your shoulders. And then the turn of your head. The ability to turn just our necks keeps our spines nice and supple. We don't have to turn our whole body to look, just the neck. Warrior B, great practice for that. Other side. Turn around, these same actions, second side, the right amount. Check back in with spreading feet, downward shoulders, and that head turn. Five. Inhale, come up, release your arms, wide parallel feet. Hands to your pelvis. B variation, this is the one where we bring the elbows behind and then forward fold. Start with an inhale, lengthening. Make sure your foundation is good. Roots of the big toes grounding. Exhale, tilt your pelvis, maybe your knees bend. Forward fold, bring your head down. Once you're down, you have caught the front of your hip points with your fingers. Bring your elbows towards each other, the thumbs around the back of the body a bit. A little downward pressing with the hands into the pelvis lengthens your spine. Open feet, strong legs, one more breath. Reach your head towards the ground. Inhale, press your feet, stand up. Exhale. Turning your toes to the sides, coming down the center into Utkatasana, fierce angle pose. Refine those angles for yourself, not falling. Knees track right towards the toes. So if they're collapsing in, that's not good for you. So change your foot. All right, safety talk. Tall spine, relax your shoulders. Meditative. The elbows up, the classical dancing fingers version. Receiving hands. Four. And 5. Find the groundedness. Feet press, glutes squeeze, come up. And release to the front section of the mat. Possibly by a wall or using blocks. Tree and figure 4 version, and then a warrior C. Know what to expect. Bring your left leg out from your hip, turn to the side. Oh, all these shapes work, toes down, leg up, or across. So work with that figure 4 and add the squat if you enjoy that practice, or work on a tree. All works the hip movements in a similar way. New day, new tree. An attitude of, I can do this, I can do my best. I hope you can find some space in your mind as you concentrate in these poses, that stilling of the mind. Coming up. As you're ready, release. By concentrating with an open heart, we can take away any doubt, any negative self-talk, and find this golden spaciousness that we hope that you can find some of that, start to touch that. You have your tools of groundedness, breath awareness, energy of your body, being balanced. Three more. Last one. Noticing, coming out, make sure all is well. Back to the right leg, warrior C, lifting the leg behind you, bowing forward. Remembering the Hatha mudra, if you like to try the fingertips together as a concentration tool. It's okay if the toes refer to the ground behind you if needed. Arms wherever they want to be. Five, 3 more breaths. And 8, exhaling. Coming up and grounding a moment, centering. Other side. Totally judgment free. Just do your best. If you observe something, do so curiously. This reveals hip stability. A lot of different things happening here. Or halfway in. And last one. Come up. Pause, feel. Interlace, press up. Side bend left. Inhale, center. Over to the right. And then center. Release your fingers carefully. Yogi's choice, standing forward fold. Elbows or connecting to your feet or your big toes. Nice warm body, returning to this shape. Sometimes our knees need to bend. Let them bend. We can all find the little hollow end of the low belly. Slowly breathe once more with your back body lengthening. That tone into the low belly as you exhale. Stepping back to lizard, releasing your hands and bring the right leg back first. Turn out your front leg and your knee and toes and coming the inside. Do this as a 2-part practice, a free exploration to begin. So the arms can lower to the forearms, the back knee can come down. Movement in your pelvis, shoulders. Settle into an interesting spot for 5 breaths. Find something. Make sure energy can flow through that central channel. One more time. Counter pose, Ardha Hanumanasana, gradually go back. Uncross, toes back, head down. If you'd like, you can do a lateral by reaching across with the other arm, so the hands are on the other side. Exhale. Just to keep things even, start at the top of your mat and step back with your other leg to lizard on the other side. Only you know this experience of your body, so 4 or 5 breaths for free movement exploration. Settle into something interesting on this side. Move your head, your hips. Find something that feels positive. Last breath. Take time to come back to Ardha Hanumanasana, straightening the front leg, toes coming back. Maybe both arms go to the outside or just the forwardness is fine. Uddiyana Bandha, little uplift in the low belly. We practice this here, and then it will work for you out in your life. Teaching your body. Slowly breathe one more time. Release to your belly. Ground your pelvis, rocking side to side. Widen your feet and ground the tops of them. Lifting up to do our reaching our super people. There it is, super people push-ups. Probably the most challenging way is on the belly. So find that groundedness, bring up your arms, relax and reach, inhale. Exhale, squeeze and pull the arms down. 4 more times, so that try to be easy on the reach up, and then exhale, lift your spine, pull down. 3, 4, 5. Come down and rest. Crocodile, easy arms, head down. Relax your legs. Let that energy settle. Side lying position. Over to the left side. Support your head, you can shift so you are on your mat comfortably. Side lying mountain to begin. Top hand touches the low belly. So we are supported from our core in all positions. Anantasana. Maybe come up to your bent elbow, rest your head. Lift your top leg, and with a spread hand, come behind your thigh and help lift that leg up. You can reach for your big toe if it's available, or just hold your leg. Have it reach, like shoulder stand. Use the strength of your arm to help hold your leg up. One more breath. And release. Lowering your head as well. Side lying half bow. You can have the heel in towards the hip or away. Just whatever feels nice in this shape today. Pelvis moving forward. One more slow breath to release front body tension, gently brighten energy, and release coming to the other side. Find the side-lying mountain first. Shift, focus, and chill. If it's not uncomfortable, bend your elbow to come up to rest your head in your hand. And then turn your toes towards the ceiling. Lift up, Anantasana, auspicious pose. Reach that leg, and then just add the assist of the arm or the big toe catch. Ground the bottom leg. Vishnu's reclining couch posture. Like Supta Pada, we do that on our backs, going out to the side with the leg, that same kind of energy. Breathe one more time. Lower your leg and your head. Side to lying half bow, top hand touches that foot. That place where the ankle and foot come together is nice. And then by pressing the foot into the hand and moving pelvis forward, just create what feels nice in your body. Heel could come in towards the hip as well. Mindful of the top shoulder. One more breath in an interesting place. A little squeeze of that foot, thank you. Let go, belly. Coming to the back of the body through dolphin pose, grounding your forearms, tuck your toes, walk in. Little headstand, dolphin pose. Head hanging down between the elbows. Shoulders up, belly up. One more time. Knees down. Pull back, drape your arms. Rise up, cross your ankles. Make your way down to the back of your body. Sips and socks, lie down. Bridge pose, foundation, centering, back of skull, spine, pelvis. That central part of the body, and then the limbs come in as a secondary grounding as well. Moving with breath in and out of bridge pose 5 times. So get your power position, bring in your feet close to your body and a little wide from each other. Lift up your hips and bring your arms up overhead to the floor or in that direction is fine. As you lift up, breathing in. As you breathe out, lower down. 4 more times. Meditative, flowing. Twice more. Just releasing part way, not that complete release, but just coming down and then right back in. One more time. Lift up a little higher, breathe and stay. Develop that back bend, that openness across the front of the pelvis. Strength of pressing your feet, press your heels, lift one more time. Arms come down, spine comes down, breathe out. Arms ground, let your spine ground and release to its natural curves. Make sure your neck is long, your head has enough space for that freedom. Widen out your arms. Turn out your toes and your knees. Maybe widen your feet and go side to side. Over to the right, range of motion. Hands can roll up to the sky, over to the left, range of motion. Roll your head away from your legs, back and forth. Second one, slow. One more time each way, and then a hold. Add the hold. 2, first side. Second side. Back into center. Bring your right knee to your chest. Hold your shin, weave your fingers, straighten out your left leg. Closing that space, knee coming in close as it wants to the chest. Use your arms. Stretch the other leg away, pointing the toes. Lessen that squeeze and move your ankle joints. And 5, let that be still. Change sides. Move both legs at the same time, or do it one at a time so that you don't disturb your low back. You might feel your core strength activate as you make that switch. Practice will reward you with that integrated strength. Really bring that knee in close as it wants to come. Use your elbows, hug it in, bend your elbows. Reach that other leg, point the toes. And 5, feel complete. Ease up on the squeeze and the reach of the other leg and move your ankle comfortably. The running ape, feel that connection of your lower leg to your foot. Bring your knees in together and your feet up towards the ceiling. Big toes touch. Ground your arms. Center your head. Practicing the lift to shoulder stand. Roll your, let's see. So we're going to ground, bring your feet overhead, press into your arms, and lift your hips a little bit and lower. So it's that rolling, lifting the pelvis, bring your legs towards you, press and lift, and release one more time. Press, lift. It doesn't have to be much, and come down. Feet go away from your face until you feel gently challenged in your low belly. Bring out your arms, same angle, Uttana Padasana. Extended foot pose. All of our lying down with the legs straight builds this strength. One more time. Bring your legs back up and catch behind your knees, lower into happy baby of your choice. Different holds, explore. Centered head. 5 more breaths to be steady here. Cross your ankles, rock up or come to one side. Tucking yourself into a comfortable, well-established seat. Practicing Nadi Shodhana with that 6th chakra touch of Vishnu's mudra. First 2 fingers resting there. Calming point. Lightly close the left side of your nose and breathe in through the right. Exhale to the left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Twice more. Breathe in right. Slow stretch of the breath. Feel it swirl. Exhale left side. Inhale left. Exhale right. Release your hand. Breathe through both sides. Deep breaths. This meditation doesn't have to be a huge amount of time. Time to rest. Give yourself what you need to be comfortable. Lie down, legs straight, and relax. You may add a little squeeze of your toes and your hands, your face, if that helps you let go. It's on the list of good for your feet health to do that squeeze and release. So it's a nice one to add here. Open your mouth, breathe out, gush out. Breathe freely, rest. One star in the dark past of the houses shines as if it were a sign set there to point the way to, but more beautiful somehow than what it points to, so that no one has ever gone on beyond, except those who could not see it and went on to what it points to and could not see that either. The star far off separates, yet how could I see it if there were not inside me the same star? We wish on the star because the star itself is a wish, an unwilling halting place, so far and no farther. Everything is its own sigh at being what it is and no more. An unanswered yearning toward what will be, or was once perhaps, or might be, might have been, or, and so soon, After the sun goes and night comes, the star has set. Inviting breath to deepen once again. The process of resting, reversing slowly. Actually sitting to feel complete. Circle back with gently awakened energy, resources for calmness, grounded, open hearts. Gratitude. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you for joining me. The poem is The Evening Star by Rilke. And it just has such a circular mystery to it. It always makes me smile when I read that one.
Thanks, Blossom.
You're welcome.